So guess where we are right now? I don't think you'll guess it if you don't know already, so I'll show you. We are in Croatia. So, the journey. It started with a disaster.
I am bored. What should I do?
Ich weiß.
Get Germanized.
Well, we traveled by car expecting a total journey of 18 hours. That's damn long for a German. Well, maybe that's just long for me, I'm not sure. Anyway, we hopped in the car, traveled on the Autobahn as per usual, if you go anywhere, really in Germany, anywhere far that is, and I had a minor to major panic attack when I remembered how freaking fast everyone is going there. It is insane. It is insanity, I tell you, insanity. We took several breaks, of course, and during one of which we got asked if we could look after a stranger's dog while they went to the bathroom. That it was very strange, but the dog was beautiful, so we did not complain, waited and moved on. Then we took a little stop for the night in the southern part of Bavaria. Surprisingly flat, by the way. We both thought so. Three of us roughly probably thought so as well. Or maybe it was just that part of Germany, I'm not sure. It was flat, surprisingly flat. Anyway, after being asked by the pizza delivery guy, because we ordered food, how anyone would have the idea to stay in this part of Germany, well, we moved on next day on our journey to Croatia. And then there were tunnels. Lots and lots of tunnels and magnificent mountains, the Alps. Lots and lots of magnificent mountains, and there was fog, or we thought so at least. It turned out to be a cloud. Well, that's Austria for you. Beautiful country, but not much more to tell for our journey. Lots of mountains and tunnels, clouds that looked like fog at the end. Things got spicy when we arrived in Croatia. Of course, we wanted to buy one of these fancy SIM cards that we heard of, because in Germany I pay for 3 gigabytes, 12 euros a month. It's insanity. And to top up another 2 gigabytes, I have to pay 10 additional euros. Yeah, great. I got unlimited texting, but who does that anymore? I got unlimited phone calls, but who does that anymore? And in Croatia, believe it or not, for 120 gigabytes for a duration of 90 days, you have to pay 20 euros. I almost cried when I saw that. Only 20 euros. It's insanity. So we did that and went back on our road to adventure to our second destination, the city of Split. Instantly, we saw a Game of Thrones castle. Yes, they filmed parts of the show there, actually. The Castle of Klis. I think that was the part where Khaleesi killed all the slavers, the lords there in this other country, and where she came from. And they were all dead and on pikes, I think. Spikes, yes, dead. The end. Then we hopped on a ferry to arrive at the island of Zoltar, where our supposed holiday dream home by the ocean, mind you, was supposed to be. Well, it was there, but different how we expected it to be. So after arriving at the very top of the island, where the roads were still good and normal, we had to go down to the beach again. And these roads were clearly designed by and for dinosaurs, because I couldn't otherwise explain why they were so bad and really terrible. With our little Fiat 500, we were scared that the car would implode or explode, depending on, well, physics, I guess, and I'm not a physicist, so that it would be destroyed at the end. That was our fear, for sure. So we arrived finally, and were then told you have to be very careful with solar power here, because you might run out of energy. We knew the house was powered by solar, no problem, but we were told it was fine, there was lots of sun, no problems. Also, we were told there was internet. When we arrived, there was a story about how the internet vanished in the last 2 days, and there was no internet. They were changing providers, but well, we didn't have internet. And also that we should use the water sparingly, because we might run out of water. And we went there on a workcation, so working normally and then enjoying our time off. My girlfriend has to do meetings, lots of them during the day, and could lose her job if she doesn't have internet. And I can't work without internet either, since I'm doing this here. I mean, I can film, but not upload anything without internet. And that was pretty sucky to, well, know right when we got there. If you knew that 2 days ahead, why didn't you tell us? I don't know, maybe they were scared to lose the money, but I mean, we would have said no, thank you, because we need to work. But we were there, and of course there was a, well, not of course, but we settled in, we were discussing what to do, and then we saw our housemates. A constant stream of housemates coming in through the cracks of the wall and chimney. And not little housemates, they were like little wood lice. I don't mind one or two wood lice in my house, but were like double the size of German wood lice, not cockroach size, but still disgusting. And since my girlfriend really hates them, I have to remove them all the time. And there were like probably 20 to 50 that evening alone that came in. And if that wasn't enough, there was a massive centipede, like 2 fingers thick centipede crawling out of the chimney. You want to sleep there, and the house was very small. It was all open. And yeah, that was just not for us, unfortunately. No. And then some other thing came in that looked like a mix of a spider and a centipede. It was just disgusting. It was crawling, everything was crawling towards our clothes because we didn't have a cupboard there either. And yeah, again, it might seem silly to people who are used to those kinds of insects, and I know that they wouldn't have harmed us in any way, but it was disgusting. And that was just on top of all the other problems, of all the other things that we didn't get that we were promised. So after a lot of contemplation, lots of stomach ache, lots of panic as well, to not know, or because we didn't know what we were going to do, driving back home 18 hours after just having driven 18 hours or 9 hours plus another 9 hours the next day. I'm not sure. I don't think anyone would have liked to do that. We definitely didn't want to do that. And so we decided, well, we need to do something, but first we need to get off this island. And so we did. We packed everything. I don't think I've ever packed a car that fast. Back up into the little car, forgot our new French press and I think some other things as well. I think I forgot a USB stick or something like that. But we were out of there very quickly because the ferry was going in an hour in the morning, and then the next one would only be in like 6 hours after that. So we had to go if we didn't want to get stuck another night at that place. And we definitely did not want to get stuck there another night, as you can imagine. And we got off the island just in time, really just in time, because the road is terrible to go up even more. Our car didn't even want to go up at first. And by the way, for shopping, we would have had to go up that road all the time. We didn't know it was that bad. It said on the internet it is bad, but not that bad. Anyway, then we got off the island, and during the hour on the ferry, I looked for apartments like a maniac. Look, but nothing was fitting, suitable. I mean, especially not with our dog. It was very difficult to find something that spontaneously as well. And so nothing came up. Then finally, when my girlfriend was driving us through Split, I was like, you have to go to that place. There's a place perfect. And we went there, and the guy said, sorry, we're booked, even though it didn't say on the internet. So we were at that place in that town that I'm not going to name because we're still there, but nothing there. And I looked, and we thought we have to go back to Germany or maybe Austria or maybe Slovakia, something. I'm not sure where we didn't want to go, but because the weather is beautiful. It's a beautiful country, don't get me wrong. There was just one bad experience on that island. Everything else that we saw on our way to this new town was very beautiful, very, very alluring and inviting. And then finally, a kind soul took pity on us and brought us into her family home, almost at least. There's 2 apartments, one of which I'm sitting in right now. The other one is empty for now. And down there is a family home, which is almost always empty. Just for the weekends they're there, but beautiful people, beautiful souls, took us in, showed us everything, actually showed us how to use the vicinities, even grilled fish for us, fresh fish from Croatia. Believe it or not, it was absolutely stunning. The garden here is stunning, very dog friendly. Everything is as we hoped it to be for the first house, but now I guess you had to overcome some obstacles to, well, deserve this place, even though of course it's not directly by the ocean. That was very beautiful at the other place, but this, I mean, 3 minutes to the beach on foot, I cannot complain. Lots of tourists around, but I cannot complain. It's beautiful. The weather is like 30 degrees Celsius at the moment, even hotter during the day. yeah, supermarkets, we can go there and buy stuff if we need to, just normal stuff, you know. Like I said, I'm not against a Robinson Crusoe holiday if I want to be on one. It did say that on the internet, but I mean, it also said we have internet, water, and energy. So that wasn't true. Anyway, if we didn't have to work, that would have been fine as well, minus the insects maybe. That would have been great if there weren't any. But what would you have done in that situation? Let us know. We will show you our adventures that we went on so far next time. This was just a little Times of Terror storytelling time. For now, at least. Part 1 of our journey to and in Croatia. So stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell and all the good stuff. And if you really want to help out the channel, please consider becoming a paying member, either here on YouTube as a channel member or on patreon.com/getgermanized. We are really in need of support at this point in time. Thank you very much. And apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to get Germanized. Goodbye and auf Wiedersehen.